We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready! 50, plant.
Get that ball. Check Mike, man, all day.
Smooth.
Check Mike, man,
That's right, baby. Get over it.
Check Mike, man,
Bring it.
Check Mike, man,
Focus, defense, focus.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Over the middle, it's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Ready, break.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Check. 3 out. Check Mike, man, He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check Mike.
Get it.
Back to throw. Costello. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo. Now.
Here I come.
Throwing again. Costello. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Go now.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
They'll try the left side. It's Turner. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10. Their own 29-yard line.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set, ready, 5, 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the run, watch the run. 55. Hit it.
On 1st down, Costello out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Check Mike, man, no chance.
2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight right.
Hey, Echo.
Check Mike, man. Son, we got man. Check Mike, man. I got one. Check Mike, man.
Hey, orbit.
I'm coming for you.
Fire.
To throw again, Costello. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
The score, Rams 14, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Steelers go for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second and a couple. Rosen. And his throw is incomplete.
Intended for number 85, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the pass.
And to give this time to the tailback. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
Got it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Throwing again. Costello getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Exit. Check mark.
Looking to throw. Costello. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Costello under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Hey.
56.
Hey. High 7.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now.
From the gun, Costello. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 36 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Price was still better than Akron and LAL.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
Emoji happy tears. Emoji happy
He gets
tears.
this away.
Emoji
It's a good
happy
one,
tears.
drawing toward the
Emoji
sidelines.
happy tears. Emoji
And this will be up
happy
to the
tears.
ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
On the ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again. Costello. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey. 4 down.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Continuing with 3 timeouts and 50 seconds left.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining.
I'm doing this
The
Juan
Steeler
Lundy
offense here about ready for their next drive.
game
And
commentary,
first
baby.
half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're... An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Somebody message in the group chat if you can hear
He'll
me.
again be stopped right at... These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Hello.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Catch is made by Hurd. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
What am I supposed to say? This is so awkward. I have no one to talk to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You ain't got nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
Oh!
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well,
Will I get in trouble if I
you can create
pick
mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the... This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back.
Hello? I'm in the middle of the game. Have you been watching?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt.
No, I'm streaming it, but like they can hear my voice. I don't know if they can hear your voice or not. I just feel mad awkward talking to no one.
Not really move the ball well, as you said. Not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board.
Let me check if I can hear you. That'd be super funny.
Figure out what is working and call more of that.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again.
Wait, be careful because boys can hear this. I think.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have?
I don't know if I can hear you.
Is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I like what you said there.
That's awkward. Yeah, I'm talking to myself.
Guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off.
In threes?
The ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up
the
first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Alright, I'll hop on after this game, yeah. Alright, peace.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're running it.
To throw is Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your...
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble.
Get on it. Okay. We need a shutout boost, boys.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Clock.
Here's Rosen to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Field day.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Josh Rosen looks like Mariota last year.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have had on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I got you, son. I got you. You're all
Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Operating from the gun, Costello, and he'll spot Hurd open left side. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his 11th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, that's going to be safety.
What
is going on?
Territory coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until they take.
My starters. Or bench.
Back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
I'm in the 8-yard line. Oh, God.
It's a loss of 14 that time, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That makes no sense. You got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I hear them chanting, "Here we go, Steelers."
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, my God.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun.
No.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nelson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And the Rams' 1st down.
So the L.A. Rams. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Rams, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.